Well, we go to California, where a limp-wristed soy boy male librarian tells a woman to shut up for misgendering.
Bullshit.
Because the woman's got nerve to...
How dare you!
...defend women's sports with real women.
That ain't no woman. It's a man.
I'm Josh Berganzo, and this, can't make this shit up,
Lance!
is what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Ooh. All right. Well, stories like these I love to do, only because of how I love to mock them. We go to California, where you have a weak, limp-wristed, soy-inducing male librarian, yes, there are still male librarians in 2023, tells a woman to basically shut the up. How dare you misgender? Because how dare she defend women's sports with real women? Only in California. Well, I won't say that. It's everywhere, but it's understandable. It's California. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. Transgenderism. Male librarian gags woman for misgendering. And of course, look at the dude. Really? Dude probably hasn't had a real date in 40 years. A librarian interrupted a female soccer player who was speaking at a forum in a library at Davis, California. Asked her to leave, claiming she was misgendering people while she was talking about saving women's sports from dudes. Sophia Lurie, a former Vanguard University soccer player, yes, because she has no idea what she speaks of, was invited at a local library at Davis in California over the weekend to participate in a forum on fair and safe sports for girls. For girls. To share her story about being a college athlete, according to a report by Outkick. But while Lurie was introducing the topic of empowering and protecting girls' sports and female athletes, she was quickly cut off by a member of the audience who demanded to know, are you misgendering people throughout the entire thing? As Lurie calmly requested the audience members to shut the fuck and wait until their turn. A librarian in the back room proclaimed, California state law recognizes trans women as women. I'll play that little clip in a bit. Quote, they are protected under state law. Our policy talks about treating people with respect. And if you are misgendering somebody, that is not respectable, the librarian added, which elicited clapping from the other SEALs in the audience. The audience. Sorry about that. Shortly after that, Lurie was able to continue with her remarks, but at the moment was brief, and she was promptly interrupted yet again. After she noted that current 10-year-old girls cannot live out the same dream as long as men are allowed to compete in women's sports. So she throws down the facts, and of course, everybody got their feelings hurt. You can't do that, one audience member stated, into which Lurie reacted and adjusted her language by saying, biological men, instead of simply men. I wouldn't even put a qualifier on that. But that was not enough for the woke alphabet activists, including the librarian who issued Lurie a warning, woo, and then asked her to leave moments later, stating that she was misgendering people. After that, someone else took over the podium demanding that Lurie leave, while ironically proclaiming to be an advocate of First Amendment rights. Lurie later took to Twitter to address the incident, explaining, I was invited to share my personal story of being a college athlete. I was shocked about what happened. She shouldn't be shocked. You live in California. I was cut off by the librarian. I was told to be removed. And so then I was talking about biological girls and biological men. To finish sharing my story, the librarian then told me to leave, and if I won't leave, he will shut down the entire meeting. I will shut this shit down if you don't leave because you're misgendering. The librarian then told me again to leave, and I directly said, why am I asked to be to leave? And he told me, because you're misgendering. We talk about men in women's sports. Oh! Lurie concluded by clarifying. The group putting on the event had the conference room reserved for the public library to host the event at Mary L. Stevens Davis Branch Library. Swimmer Riley Gaines, yes, it was only a matter of time before Riley would enter the picture, who famously competed against male swimmer Will Thomas in the 200 women's meter freestyle NCAA championships, reacted to the incident saying, this is ridiculous, but not shocking. Quote, a female athlete silenced for calling a spade, they won't even engage in civil conversations. Props to this gal for sticking to her ground. Gaines added. The young girls join a long list of female athletes silenced for their opposing unfair competition and giving up consent in areas of undressing where males are present, Gaines told Alkic. Notice that these men were trying to silence her, not women. Unfortunately, this isn't surprising to anyone. The silent majority is needed more than ever to restore sanity. The transgender agenda, the transmental agenda, has made major headway in areas once designed for women. Men are now competing in women's sports, and beauty pageants are even seen on the covers of magazines and have previously been reserved for women. But, let's hear a little bit, shall we?
But you're here, and we're going to speak. And if you don't want to listen, and I'm telling you right now that if the Davis Library violates their own rules, why? There's a bevy of attorneys here, and we love to file suit. Mm-hmm. What we do it. They're good at it. And we win on these First Amendment rights because, lo and behold, we all have them. Your First Amendment rights are not higher than my First Amendment rights. We all have them. And like I said, I'm excited that you guys are here. I'm excited that you have your signs and your flags. That's the American way, right? To voice your opinion.
Oh my gosh, look at the one with the transmental flag. Oh. Isn't he sweet or she sweet or it's sweet? Whatever.
Okay, I asked you to leave earlier, so I still following through with that. Okay. Because you were misgendering.
Why don't you call
Oh, listen to Limp Wrist. Listen to Limp Wrist.
You don't know what's going on.
Oh.
You're gonna get this place sued, dude.
We're not calling this person and saying you're a man or you're a woman. We're not talking about a particular person. We're talking about whether we believe in biology or not. We believe in biology.
You are saying males in female sports, okay?
That's right.
That's a biological reality.
Boom. Thank you. Oh, you're not creating safe space? Oh. My question would have been, dude, have you ever been on a date with a real woman? Just me.
Let the police figure it out when they come.
Ah. Riley Gaines really said it well. Should be shocking to no one, especially in California. In California, you are literally pushing a boulder up the side of a cliff. Cliff is straight up, and you're pushing a boulder up. How are you supposed to do that? Especially in California. There are a lot of good people in California, and it'd be even better if they actually moved and left and, had better lives with their kids. But anyway, I guarantee you that Riley Gaines wouldn't tolerated that shit. She wouldn't have. She would have slammed that librarian. She would have pummeled that librarian. But then again, if it were Riley Gaines, there probably wouldn't have been, a riot similar to when she appeared in Tennessee, where she was literally kidnapped. But, I'm sorry. But this is what you're going to get. You're going to get trash like this from soy boys like this male librarian. I'm kind of surprised he calls himself a male. I'm guaranteed. If you he may have an account somewhere where it's it, they, them, or whatever the flavor is that week for him. And like I said, he probably hasn't had a real date, maybe in about 40 years, and definitely not a woman, with not a woman. So, but this is the ass clownery that you're going to continue to get. But Riley's right, is that there needs to be, the silent majority needs to be the vocal majority. You got to have more women step up, more women athletes, not just in collegiate, but pro, to step up and say, yeah, you know what? Riley's right. This shit needs to stop. And I'm glad some organizations worldwide have taken note of it and said, yeah, we're not letting dudes who feel pretty, to invade our sport, to invade women's sports. We're not going to allow it to happen. But yeah, I thought this was a fun one to do. You know, of course, me mocking as I do, because people like this, it's just so easy. It's just so easy to wreck, you know. But good for her. Good for this woman, this former collegiate soccer athlete, to step up and to basically say, guess what? This is the shit that's going down, and it needs to be stopped. And I'm glad that you have those who are backing her, as you just saw in that clip. And of course, those who are filming it, saying, you know, anywhere from lawsuits to the cops showing up. Yeah, it's just fun. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace.